Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn the post notification bell to be notified every time I post a new video. And in today's video, I'm going to be doing a book talk or book review on a book that I read, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to do book reviews on my channel, but I love this book so much, and I was watching book reviews on YouTube about this book, and I watched them, and I hated them. Not any hate towards the creators, love the creators, but I just didn't like the way they portrayed the characters or the storyline. So I'm going to be talking about this book today. The book I'm going to be talking about is Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater. I'm not completely sure, but this is the book. This book is about a werewolf and a girl. The two main characters are Sam, the werewolf, and Grace, the normal teenage girl. When Grace is young, she is bitten and attacked by werewolves, but Sam saves her and brings her back. For the next 6 years, they watch each other in these woods, and they slowly fall in love, and it is amazing. But one night when a boy, Jack, from Grace's school, goes into the woods trying to shoot and kill these wolves, that he gets attacked and bitten, and he turns into a werewolf. But the town knows about these wolves, but does not know that they're werewolves. They just know them as the Mercy Falls wolves, which is where they live, Mercy Falls. But as after Jack gets attacked by these wolves, the town goes crazy because Jack is a rich kid, so he's important. And after he gets attacked by these wolves, the town goes crazy, and they send a group of hunters out into the woods to go kill these wolves. Grace ends up freaking out. She leaves school early when she figures this out, freaks out. She starts running into the woods to stop these hunters, and she ends up stopping these hunters, but she doesn't stop them in time, and her wolf Sam gets shot. After she finds Sam, she takes him to a hospital, and he ends up just fine. But this is when she starts figuring out that he's actually a werewolf, and this is when the story starts to actually get, it starts to ramp up. Now, when I was watching these book reviews, I'm not going to spoil any more of the story because I've been known to do that, and I don't want to spoil the ending. But when I was watching these book reviews, I never felt like they portrayed the characters right. So I wanted to talk mainly about the characters. The main character, Grace, who is holds the book together, I feel. She is independent, very independent. Her parents are never home. She's always making dinner for them, keeping the house clean. Her parents are never home. Her mom is an artist. Her dad works at a firm. I'm not completely sure what he does. But her mom is an artist, so she's always gone. Her dad is always gone on work. So she's very independent. She knows how to stand up for herself. Sam is poetic. He reads poetry. He writes songs. He's very geeky, but not geeky at the same time. I know that sounds so weird to say that, but it's how I would describe his character. I felt like the character Rachel didn't really put much for the story. She didn't really do much for the story. I feel like she was just an extra character there. Isabel is a rich kid. She's actually Jack's sister. Jack is a rich kid who got attacked. He is more rude, mean. He's known as the mean kid at school. And Olivia is a sweet girl. She's more into photography and seeing the world as it is. And Olivia, I feel like Olivia plays a very big part of the story, as well as Isabel and Jack. I feel like they play a big part of the story. I would say Sam and Grace are main characters, top characters. Then we have Jack, Isabel, and Olivia, and then the rest of the characters are they're just there to put little storyline into the story. Another thing that I loved about this book was that it's not the stereotypical werewolf. Like, the werewolves don't change on full moons. They change due to temperature. So in the winter, they are wolves. They're not a hybrid type thing. They're just wolves. They have wolf instinct, wolf smell, wolf hearing. They live as wolves. And in summer, they are human, just normal human people. But when they are human, they still have a little bit of their wolf life. Grace was bitten, but she never actually turned into a werewolf. So she lived as, she just lives as a normal human being, but she has wolf instincts, and she's been drawn to the wolves ever since this happened, and she has wolf smell, which Sam helps her bring out and see that she has these, which is something I love about the story. Stop. Please just stop. Okay, they're not gonna stop, whatever. I think Maggie does an amazing way of writing this to where when you're reading this, you're like, this is like Twilight. Like, this is not some fantasy Twilight guru. It's not cliche. Like, you're not reading this, you're like, what? Like, you're so confused. Like, it's straight up and it's up front, and you don't just, like, it's not just a werewolf and a girl fall in love. You get to see this journey of, it's kind of like a Disney show where it's like a coming of age thing, but not at the same time. It's so weird. It's so hard to describe, but it's an amazing book, and I really recommend you guys go try it out. Like, I went into this book thinking I was going to hate it, and it's one of my all-time favorite books, and I already have the second book here ready to read. I've read the first chapter already, and I'm loving it. Like, I'm so ready to read, and then I'm going to read the third book, the third book in the trilogy as well. This book is such a hard book to, like, describe, and to tell you guys about, but it is an amazing book, and I don't really know how to talk about it, but if you were to go read it, you would understand everything that I'm talking about when I'm describing these characters and the storyline, and how it's not just this cliche werewolf teenager love story. I think that their relationship puts a lot to the story, but it's also about coming of age and realizing things and learning things, and there's also a big part of the book where it's like that Sam might not get to be a human again. Like, he might not, like, it's not just this love story. It's not they fall in love and they live happily ever after. Like, there's problems, and the ending of this book is so amazing, and it sets itself up amazingly for the second book, Linger. Don't really know what the book's about. I'm only on the first chapter, but the ending is so amazing. It's a cliffhanger, but it closes, it gives you closure, but it also sets itself up for this story to grow and for you to still get to know these characters and still get to read more about these characters. I think this book is amazing. I would give it a 10 out of 10, and I know that sounds so weird because, like, I don't know. I don't give lots of books 10 out of 10s, but I would honestly give this book a 10 out of 10. Make sure you guys go read Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater, or I know she has a bunch of other books, and I really love the way she writes her books. I love the way she portrays the characters, the way she describes things. Honestly, this book is such an amazing book, and I just feel like no one did the book justice when they were talking about it, and I don't even know if I'm going to do it justice. Like, I might watch this video and hate the way I described it and refilm this video 10 times. But that's going to be all for today's video. If you guys want to know why I was gone for so long, which I was gone for, like, almost a month, you guys can go check out my Instagram at kind_tube, where I will post about it on my story within the next 24 hours of posting this video. That's going to be all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you guys go read Shiver. And once I finish reading Linger, I will definitely do a book review on this book as well, because there's no way I'm going to do a book review on this book and not do a book review on this book. That's going to be all. I'll see you guys all next time. Make sure you guys stay safe. Check out the Ashton Kutcher Thorn program in the link in my description. You can also find my Instagram there as well. Bye, guys.